So these are the 3 biggest mistakes that I see people make when they're bulking. We're going to go over what these mistakes are today and how you can fix them. If you've ever gone through a bulking phase, if you're looking to go into a bulking phase, if you're currently looking to bulk up and build muscle mass, you need to avoid these 3 mistakes that we're going to go over today. You're going to put on more muscle mass, you're going to put on less body fat that you're going to have to cut down later after you're done bulking, and overall just going to see better progress. Now, before we hop into it, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm Jordan, and I post weekly content to help you get in the best shape of your life. I'm currently doing a full bulking series where I'm posting 3 videos a week, going over tips on how to successfully bulk, workouts to do so that you can build muscle mass and minimize body fat gain. So if you're interested in content like that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the content that I'm posting weekly. The first mistake that I see people make that is huge, it is going to help you maximize the amount of progress that you see in the gym. It's going to help you maximize the amount of muscle mass that you build and minimize the amount of body fat that you gain. And the first mistake that I see people make is not following a structured nutrition plan. Now, this is huge. This is crucial. You can go into the gym and you can crush your workouts and you can bring all the intensity in the world and you can all the greatest exercises and you can do the perfect program. But if you are not eating to support your fitness goals, you're going to be spinning your wheels. And a lot of times what I see when people bulk is that they are going to go in one of 2 directions. First direction is that they're not going to track. They're just going to focus on trying to get stronger and really crushing their workouts, but they might not be in a caloric surplus, or they might not be eating enough protein or carbs or fat to support new muscle mass gain. The other side of the spectrum, you're going to see people that go crazy and they're going to eat everything in sight. They're going to pick really poor food choices. They're going to be hitting up fast food restaurants and they're hitting donuts and Pop-Tarts and doing all these foods that are very calorically dense. But the problem with that is you're going to be at too high of a caloric surplus. And at the end of the day, that's just going to cause more body fat gain that eventually you're going to have to strip back down later after you're done bulking and trying to gain weight. So the best thing that you can do is to follow a structured plan. Now, in order to build muscle mass, to actually maximize the amount of progress that we see in the gym, you need to be eating in a caloric surplus. But the trick is you need to be eating in a controlled caloric surplus. We don't want to have too much. We don't want to have too little. It needs to be very controlled and tailored to you. So I actually left a link down in the comment section below where it'll take you to my website. You can fill out a form and I'll personally calculate your macros free. Let's say how many carbs, fat, protein that you specifically need to reach your goals, especially if your goal is to build muscle mass. We want to make sure that we're in a controlled caloric surplus. We're eating the right amount of carbs, fat, protein for your specific goals so that you can maximize the amount of progress that you see in the gym. Nutrition is such a key part of bulking, building muscle, adding new lean tissue, and we want to make sure that we're structuring enough protein in our diet to help repair, rebuild from each workout. That specific amount of protein is going to help us repair that muscle tissue after we break it down in the gym, help it build up stronger, and overall add new muscle mass, because muscle mass doesn't come from nowhere. It has to come from somewhere. And when our body breaks down the protein, it's going to turn into amino acids and it's going to help us repair and rebuild new lean tissue. Carbohydrates are going to be great for getting enough energy to get through those grueling workouts, bring a lot of intensity to those workouts. And also your muscles have the ability to store carbohydrates in the muscle in the form of glycogen. So this is going to be a great energy source. And it's really going to help you bring a lot of intensity to that workout. Fat is going to be very calorically dense. So every gram of fat has 9 calories, whereas carbs and protein have 4 calories per gram. So fat is a great source to get a lot of calories in. It's going to help us keep a good hormone profile. Overall, fat is very healthy for our body, and we need fat to sustain just regular, normal hormonal balances and to support regular daily functions. So like I said, after you're done watching this video, go down in the comments, click on that link, fill out that form, and I'll send you back for macros for free so you can maximize the amount of muscle mass that you build while minimizing the amount of body fat that you gain. The second mistake that I see people make has to do with training. Now, when you're at a caloric surplus, you want to make sure that you're utilizing those extra calories. So you have your specific macros, you're in a caloric surplus consistently, you're doing that every day. We want to make sure that when we go to the gym, we're creating a stimulus that our body feels like it needs to build muscle mass, and it's going to take those extra calories that we have, going to repair, rebuild, and add new muscle mass. So with that said, when you're going into the gym, you need to make sure that you're providing a stimulus. This is a huge part of building muscle mass. You can't just expect to do 3 sets of 10 on every exercise for the rest of your life and expect to see results. Eventually, your body's getting used to this program, and there needs to be some sort of overload every week, every month, every 3 months, every 6 months. There needs to be some sort of progress over time in order for your body to build new muscle mass. I'm not saying that this has to be crazy. We don't have to do 100 pounds in week 1 and then 150 pounds in week 2. This can be very small incremental increases in weight. You can also increase the amount of volume that you're doing. So say that you're doing 3 sets of 10, adding a 4th set of 10. You can increase the amount of reps that you're doing. You can decrease your rest time. You can increase the time under tension. So say that it's taking you 1 second down, 1 second up to do a bench press. By taking 3 seconds down, pausing at the bottom, 1 second up, that's going to provide a new overload for your muscles, and it's going to signal your muscles in your body that it needs to rebuild back stronger and build new muscle mass. This is a huge part where you need to ask yourself, when you go to the gym, do you feel like you're focused? Do you feel like when you finish that workout that you really left it all there? And that is what you really need to ask yourself. You need to structure your workout, put your phone away, focus on the task at hand, focus on what it is that you want to accomplish, the muscles that you're training for that day, the exercises, the sets, the reps, the rest time, all of those things really matter. And if you can really optimize those things, it's going to help you build a lot of muscle mass while minimizing the amount of body fat gain. Because if we're just going to the gym or we're kind of lackadaisically going through things, but we're eating in a caloric surplus, what's going to happen is we're not going to gain muscle mass. We're going to start to gain body fat because our muscles have no reason to change because they're not being challenged. They're not being stimulated enough to see actual muscle growth. So the body's just going to take those extra calories. It's going to hold it as body fats. And then at the end of the bulk, you're not going to build any muscle mass. You just put on 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds of body fat that you're just going to have to strip down and you're right back at square one. So make sure you're providing a stimulus. If you have questions on things that you can do to increase the overload, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. The last thing that I can't stress enough, and the third mistake that I see people make, is lack of sleep. Now, this might be really cliche, and it might be something that you're like, oh, that's super basic, but look at your sleep. Look at how consistently you're getting enough sleep. Yeah, you might say, hey, you know, Saturday night I slept 8 hours, and Friday night I slept 8 hours, but during the week I'm getting like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, or I'm interrupted on my sleep every night. Look at your sleep, make sure that you're getting quality sleep. I would say bare minimum, you need to be getting 6 hours of sleep. If you can, try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. What this is going to do is it's going to help our muscles repair, it's going to help our body rebuild, and it's going to help you really bring a lot of intensity and passion to your workouts. Whereas if you're tired, your body's not going to be able to recover from workout to workout, which is going to bring your intensity down from workout to workout, which overall, over the course of time, is going to impact the amount of results that you see. So bare minimum, like I said, I would at least get 6 hours of sleep every single night. If you can, optimally, I would try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And make sure that this is also uninterrupted sleep, where we don't want to be sleeping for 3 hours and then we're up for a half hour and we go back to sleep. Combining sleep to get 8 hours is not the way to go. We want to make sure that this is consistent, uninterrupted sleep, and trying to make sure that it's consistent from night to night. If you can do that, you're going to bring more intensity into your workouts, which is going to cause more of an overload, which is going to help you stay consistent. It's going to help you really see a lot of progress and maximize the amount of muscle mass that you build. It might be super simple, but it's one area that I see a lot of people slack on, that they don't get that consistent sleep that is keeping them from getting that consistent progress. So these are 3 huge mistakes that you can avoid to maximize the amount of muscle mass that you gain while minimizing the amount of body fat that you gain. Now, if you're looking for a structured program and you're ready to start seeing results, I actually have a full 6-week mass program. I'll leave the link in the description below with a discount code. So if you're ready to stop guessing what to do in the gym, you're ready to start seeing results, go check out my 6-week mass program. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below with a discount code as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video or found something helpful in the video. If you did, let me know down in the comment section, or if you have any questions, like I said, let me know in the comment section. I would be happy to help any way that I can. I'm gonna leave a couple other videos to go watch on screen here next. Check these out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.